Many parents ask me one question: what exactly happens in Teach Us to Pray? Let me tell you a little bit about it. Teach Us to Pray is not a checklist, it's not a curriculum that you have to finish. It's a path. It's a journey that families and catechists enter into together, trusting that God is already at work in the life of your child, that God is already present. So, over 6 weeks, children will discover 6 simple foundations for prayer. Each step gently builds on the one before it, and this forms a lifelong relationship with God. In week 1, we take a look at Jesus, my BBBF, my big brother and my best friend. We begin with relationship. Children discover that Jesus is someone that they can talk to, that Jesus is someone they can trust, because prayer begins with trust. And so in week 2, we move on to how we prepare the heart for prayer. Prayer requires space. Children learn that silence, stillness, and breathing help us to notice God's presence. So prayer begins when we slow down. In week 3, children often ask, well, what do I talk to Jesus about? And that's where we introduce the 4 forms of prayer: please, thanks, oops, and wow. Prayer begins with real life. When we get into week 4, we expand on the prayer of gratitude, because gratitude helps children to see life as a gift. It opens the heart to joy, to generosity, and to God's grace. You see, prayer teaches us how to receive. In week 5, we look at God's loving gaze, because prayer is not just speaking, it's about learning to be with God. Children learn to rest quietly in God's loving attention, and then prayer becomes rest. In week 6, we look at different ways of praying. Children discover that there is no one way to pray. Prayer can happen through music, through movement, through silence, through coloring. It can happen in nature. It can happen in community. You see, prayer belongs to everyone. This journey begins with a relationship. It deepens through presence, and it opens into a conversation. It grows through gratitude, and it rests in love, and it expands through many doorways. It doesn't rush, and it doesn't demand expertise. What it does invite is trust. So what do you do as a parent? Something very simple. When you get into the car in the morning, you simply press play on the video, and for 7 minutes, you'll be guided through the journey. The theme will be introduced, you'll watch a short video, then there's a prayer song, and you will hear a couple of simple questions. And then it closes in prayer. After those 7 minutes are done, that's it. If your child wants more, wonderful. You can listen to the songs again. Or you can talk about the theme a little bit more. There's also an activity for the end of the week that you can play at home. But in the end, the foundation for Teach Us to Pray is simple. You trust the journey, you create space, and you look and observe God's grace. I invite you to give the first 7 minutes of your car ride to Jesus.